Hi there, Joka here, sharing my project with the Spellbinders October 2023 small die kit. Here is the kit. It's actually really cool because they are quite large pieces, so you don't have to die cut so much, you know. It goes quicker, and it's a cute Santa plus some sentiments. Yeah, that's it. And then there's also an add-on kit, which is a small stamp set that you can use with the same banner. They fit, all of these fit in there wonderfully. So, of course, I'm showing this in both videos today. This is the 3D embossing folder this month, and I entirely forgot to use it. Maybe in the future I'm gonna try, but it would work perfectly with both themes, both kits, because it's the same theme, it's Christmas, so it would have worked perfectly if I had remembered. So I'm just showing you how I put together the Santa. Again, I'm creating, normally this I don't show in my videos because, you know, just to save time, but I do show here that I'm adding 2 layers of pretty much everything, I think. I don't know what I mean. I do know why, I just prefer it this way. Then sometimes it's not white cardstock in the background. Sometimes I have to change colors because I don't like them. Sometimes, you know, I just use those layers to not waste them, and then I add them in the background, and then there's a dimensional piece, if that makes sense, and then that way I just don't throw away anything. And now I am going to put the whole Santa together, and I'm adding a little white dot to the eyes for like a little detail. And then, of course, again, I forgot to add any kind of white detail to the Santa itself, which I always notice after. I mean, I literally just noticed now that I'm watching it that I forgot to do that. I don't know why, you know, things that I'm not used to, I forget all the time. Or by the time I'm ready with my cards, I forget about the finishing details. I don't know why. And then I like to call myself detail-oriented. I don't know. I forgot that. Anyway, so I am adding back those little buttons, and then on top of them, I'm adding the right color, basically. And what I wanted to show you here is that this is how I created the layers. First, I added the arm, so that the second layer actually holds that in, and then I'm adding the second layer of the arm behind that, if that makes sense. That way I feel like it's more safe, so it's not gonna fall apart or whatever. And that's kind of like what I'm doing there as well. Oh well, I could have added the boots in between the 2 layers. Actually, I didn't do that. And I'm adding the boots behind the body, and then this little detail in front, just so that there is a dimension. I don't know, it just made sense to me. Of course, in the video you don't see these things, but in real life you do, and maybe in the at the end of the video in the photos you can see that. I'm not sure, but those are just things that make sense to me. But of course you can do however you like. Now I'm also adding a layer to the gloves, and then all these little details, just, you know, sort of nothing is so flat. I mean, we are not flat, right? Of course it's not going to be round like a normal person, but still I feel like it adds something. So as you can see, there's not a whole lot of small pieces. It's really easy to put it together. And now I'm adding some, this is a really thin, maybe 1, maximum 2 millimeters thick foam tape, just to make that like level or flush. And then my center is pretty much done, except, you know, there's that one little piece of the glove that will come on top of the of this banner. So when it, you know, to cover the way that, you know, his hand is bent, that's what it tries to represent, I think. Now I pulled out some presents from 2 recent die sets. I'm gonna try to remember to link these in as well. One of them is from the gnome series that was quite recent, and the other one from I think it was called Envelope of Wonder. I'm sure there are plenty of boxes and gifts in earlier sets. I know I remember many, but there's no chance I would find them. And these were still on my desk, luckily, so I could actually find them and use them. So I'll just show how I put these pieces together, but obviously they are super simple. But I wanted to add some detail to my, or just some fun things to my lonely little Santa. So I thought presents are fun, and I'm gonna try to create 3 different cards. Actually, the third one just came to me while I was die cutting the first 2 ideas, but I think that maybe the third one is actually my favorite. So this one is the most simple one. Again, the cards are 5 by 7 inches in size, and I'm adding a piece of pattern paper from Paige Evans's Sugar Plum Wishes Christmas collection, which is new. So this you can still get, because often I use pattern paper. I haven't bought any scrapbook supplies in years. This one I bought because Paige is my friend, and this is her first Christmas collection, and it's beautiful. It's totally my colors. So I bought it, and otherwise I'm not buying any because I have so many still. So sometimes you guys ask where you can buy those. Unfortunately, the chances are you can't, because they are like 10 years old or 5 years old, you know. But this one is new, so grab it while you can. It has beautiful colors, and yeah, not only the papers, actually, there's so many cute embellishments, but those I don't normally use on cards. I have to make time to create a December daily album this year. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work, but that's the plan. I would like to use this collection for that. Anyway, so this is the simplest one. Just some pattern paper in the background and some strips of color cardstock for a little bit of something, and then the banner in his hand, and then this card is done. So I will use some liquid glue there on the glove, and then at the top of the glove there. Oh, and then I'm gonna add this candy cane. It is a candy cane, right? Sometimes I'm a bit confused. And that one, I don't remember where that comes from, but I think, well, it's from either of those 2 collections, either the Envelope of Wonder or the Gnome set. Then I am creating a new banner because the gray one that I created in the large die kit video, well, I wanted to make it work, but then it just didn't fit so well with my colors in this video, so I created new ones, and one of them is green, the forest cardstock, and the other one is, I think it's the poppy field. I don't know, I used 2 different or 3 different reds in this video, so I'm not sure, but I think it's the poppy field from Spellbinders. So on this one, I don't know if this one, these circles can be still bought. They are not so old, but I think I didn't see them last time I checked. So I wanted to create a shaker card, which I don't like to create because I mean it's not difficult or anything. I just don't enjoy the process so much. But some shaker elements fell out of my cupboard the other day, and they were kind of Christmassy, Christmas colors and stuff. And then I was like, oh, that would be nice to use. So that's why I'm creating a shaker card. Now I'm using this acetate from Spellbinders. This is actually for Glimmer, but this is what I have, so it's super thick. And so I'm using that. And what did I want to say here? Oh yeah, most of this process I had to edit out because my head was in it. But so these are the sequins and this other thing. I froze that frame there so that you can check what brand they are. I don't know if they can be still bought because these are, I don't know, they have to be years old. Because I don't remember buying them like in recent years. So I'm mixing some here, but this green is perfect with Paige's collection, and then of course there are these candies that candy swirls. These are, I don't even know what material they are. They are like flexible sort of and sliced, I think, but they are super cute. So perfect colors, that's all that matters. Of course, I could not, to save my life, I could not center that panel. I can never do it. Even though it was, you know, I always try first, then it looks perfect, and then once I remove the this cover sheet from the foam tape and then start to try to center it, I always mess it up. And then of course I cannot remove it because that foam tape you cannot move. I know somebody suggested I should use liquid glue on the foam tape, but I don't, because I can then peel it off once it dries. I don't do that. So as you can see, in some places I'm adding even 3 layers of foam tape to make everything flush, because there are obviously different, well, there are the same layers of cardstock, but the way they are glued together, they are on different levels, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to level those out. And again, I mean, this card is also super simple, but it takes a little bit more time because of that shaker element. And then the rest is the same. I'm just adding the Santa with the banner. And I don't remember if I added the candy cane in the end. I think I did, just to add something in the other hand. Or maybe it was a present, actually. Yeah, you see, it was not the candy cane. It was the present, which is in the Envelope of Wonder collection, in one of the add-on kits. Now for the third card, I wanted to make something fun. This is also simple, but it does take a bit of time because of all the layering, and all of these parts are 2 layers, and then I'm also adding the thin foam tape to this, so that I'm not adding a huge amount of bulk, because there are 3 panels here, so it's still gonna be quite dimensional. And I chose a pattern paper that's also from Pages. All the pattern papers are from Pages collection. This is just with some houses that there's a Santa on in front of one of them. That is what I wanted to have in the background. So that's the part of the paper that I used basically. And then I'm adding some heels. And by the way, I think I didn't show that, but I used the same die set as I used in the other video that I have on the channel today. And I am going to try to remember and link it in. It's so practical, you can use it for so many things. And then I created a bunch of presents, and a part of the Santa like digging out of the presents from the snow. I don't know, it doesn't make sense probably, but I just thought it was fun. And then I also created these trees. You probably cannot tell, but it's 3 different greens that go with the pattern paper, I think, in color. And then I'm going to glue everything down, candy canes and the Santa. Once you figure it out, it's actually, of course, it goes quick, but the most time I spend on, I think, is gluing everything together, especially because I'm adding a second layer to everything. So that's what I spend time on. And of course, to figure out what I want where, I change my mind all the time. So, but if you want to copy a card design, then it doesn't take all that long, you know. It's only difficult when you do it the first time. So I hope you like the ideas that I have in the video today. I hope you like the kit. I think it's super cute. I love Christmas, so bring it on. Check out the other video as well on the channel, and I hope that I can create something for the 10th. There are a lot of new collections coming up, but I am lacking time, so let's see where that goes. Thank you very much for hanging with me, and I hope to see you on the 10th. Bye bye.